How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. Gonna do some more of these answers to the second Q&A for my channel, and the very first question comes from Shanel McElwain. They ask, "Are you a dog or a cat person?" Well, to answer your question, I've brought a special guest. Jack, come. Jack, come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, up.
Stop puppy.
This is my dog, Jack. Look.
Oh my god, he totally just farted on you.
Look. But yes, say hi, Jack. This is my pug. He's a big boy now. He's probably about 20 pounds. He almost weighs as much as my youngest kid. He's a good boy. Every morning he gets let out for a little run around the backyard and gets to play with some of his chew toys out there. And then he comes up, gets fresh water, fresh kibble, and gets a nice treat. He likes the bacon and cheese little Twizzler looking things. Hey, buddy? Right?
He gets dental treats too once a week.
Yeah, he also gets dental treats and stuff like that to keep his teeth good. And we try to give him a bath once a month. If he gets really dirty, then you might have to have 2 baths. But
I know it causes him to shed more, but
yeah,
it's better that than have a smelly pug. I don't like
no one likes
pugs.
smelly pugs. No one likes smelly pugs. But yeah, this is my little buddy, Jack. Not really a big cat person. You want down? Okay, bye.
He's like, I gotta check out where those cheesies are that the kids left.
Yeah, our kids like to drop cheesies and stuff, and he goes and finds extra bonus treats around the room. But yeah, so that's him. That's my pug. I'm not really a big cat person, just because they don't really give a shit about you for the most part. They go do their own thing. They shed way too much. Pugs, they still shed. They shed more than I was led to believe they do. They also do more than just grunt and snort and kind of make pig noises. They actually do bark, which is kind of annoying. I don't know whether he learned to bark because the downstairs roommate's dogs bark, or if they just do that in general, but he likes to bark now whenever he hears strangers and stuff like that, so it is what it is. But yeah, I figured I'd show him for that question and let everyone meet my little chubby pug, Jack. So yeah, thanks Shanel McElwain for that question. Next up is DeepDown Traumahound. They ask, what are your 5 least favorite black metal bands? So that would be bands, black metal bands that I still enjoy, but not as much as a bunch of others. I don't know, man. There's quite a few out there. Stryborg is one that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I still enjoy. Probably Dark Throne's punk crust type of stuff would be some stuff that I'm not a big fan of, but I still, get into every now and then. Anything by Mayhem that has Attila on vocals, I'm not really a big fan of him, but I still enjoy it from time to time. Let's see. I didn't really write anything down for this, so it's kind of off the top of my head. Probably Carpathian Forest. I'm not really a big fan of them. I'm probably not going to pick up any of their tunes, but they're decent. They're all right. They're one of my least favorite black metal bands. Maybe Wolves in the Throne Room. I like them. They're atmospheric and they're whatever. But I'm not going to throw them on every day. And probably same with who else? Probably Dark Fortress. they're also all right, but I'm not going to be listening to them every day either. So yeah, those are a few of my least favorite black metal bands, but I still enjoy. Next question by DeepDown Traumahound. He says, Slob Room or Meat Sleep? Now, when I first heard that question, I'm like, is this a joke? I thought it was just random things that he was coming up with, but nope. I actually took some time to investigate what those words were affiliated with. Slob Room is apparently some sort of alternate reality game vlog or vlogger. He wears a mask in it and talks about different issues. I don't really see the big appeal with Slob Room, to be honest. When I looked up what Meat Sleep was, that struck my fancy for sure. It's basically it's like creepypasta, but like vlog form, and there's like really like odd videos. They had like a YouTube channel up for a bit. A lot of people were wondering if they were like a real life serial killer that took like videos of their victims and things like that. Apparently it's a hoax, and maybe it's been kind of had an expose on it, but I don't know. I didn't really do too much research, but what I saw, I'm gonna have to go with Meat Sleep over Slob Room. So thanks for your questions, appreciate that. John B asks, thoughts on Bukkakis and the band Silencer?
Fuck.
Now, John, I don't know if you're just being a smartass and just asking me what I think of Bukkakis, the sexual act, or if there's actually a band called Bukkakis. I didn't really look that up. I'm assuming you're just joking around. I don't know. I think the sexual act of giving someone a bukkake is kind of gross. Especially if you have enough sperm to work up an entire bukkake like that. Like, how long have you been holding that back, bro? Like most people can only work up about a tablespoon worth of jizz, but if you got enough for an entire bukkake, holy shit. So my thoughts on bukkakis, yuck, that's gross. If there's a band called Bukkake, and I'm just unaware of this, I apologize. Maybe I'll go look after this video and check them out. As for the band Silencer, I took a listen to the album or whatever that they've released. It's all right. The vocals of him just screaming remind me of an even more demented Varg Vikernes type, and a more just like insane asylum sounding type of vocals. My first impression of it was just kind of like, whoa, okay. I didn't really know what to think of it. It's all right. There's obviously, you know, the artist, whoever does it, is clearly talented. Like, they've got good guitar skills, and the vocals just really kind of gives you a cold chill down your spine when you hear them. So it's all right, but it's probably not something I would listen to on a regular basis. So thanks, John B, for your questions. Next is PlagueWielder. I've actually seen a couple of your videos, man. Good stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed. Pretty sure. He says, the worst shit you've seen on metal sucks. I don't really watch that website too much, or really check out the videos too much. Some of the opinions that are expressed on metalsucks.com is a little, I don't know, presumptuous, a little arrogant, a little elitist sometimes. It just seems like a metal rag column. It doesn't really seem like anything super duper professional or serious, or for the most part worth value. I find Metal Sucks to be kind of an opinionated kind of it just seems like they give a bunch of people slack, and they don't really have anything positive to promote for the most part. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. Maybe they have done something positive, but for the most part it just seems like a bunch of blogs with people that are into metal just running their shitty opinions about things. That's just all it seems to me. Number two, he asks, what YouTubers do you watch outside of metal? Quite a few, actually. I check out Markiplier from time to time for his games and some of the crazy stuff he does. He's kind of amusing. I've checked out Jacksepticeye, but mostly because I was, trying to find videos on the new early access game called Subnautica. I really find the underwater kind of adventure type of thing that it's doing is really cool. You can build submarines, you can build mini submersibles, you can build underwater bases, you fight different types of carnivorous underwater life, you have to mine for different materials, you have to repair the giant ship that blows up in the beginning of the fucking trailer, you have to go search different, what is called a biome, which has different aquatic life and different plant life and different materials you need to gather and scan and try to there's a bunch of really cool stuff in it, and that's basically why I watched Jacksepticeye's channel, because I was just kind of binge watching that stuff. As well as Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, I also have checked out the Cub Scouts. Jay from the Cub Scouts, he's cool, kind of amusing. I also have checked out Mr. Repsion, Rancher in Shades. I don't know. I'll probably do a video doing shoutouts to non-metal channels that I watch, and then I'll probably do another shoutout to the metal channels that I watch. So thanks for that question. And thirdly, PlagueWielder asks, bands that fuel your nightmares. Well, bands don't really scare me. The music can be kind of like very horror-esque themed or very crazy over the top, but it doesn't really scare me. It doesn't fuel my nightmares. But if I was to try to lay down some bands that did that, I'd probably be like war metal stuff, like Revenge, Tetragrammicide, or like weird experimental bands like Sect Pig, or fucking hell, that one noise band that did a split with either a Nelna Thrak or someone else. I don't know. But yeah, just kind of like war metal and like crazy experimental extreme metal would probably be my my bands that fuel my nightmares. And one more question before this is done. This video anyways. Favorite Swedish black or death metal bands? And that would be Bloodbath, Hypocrisy, Morbid, which Dead was in before he was in Mayhem, Grave, Vomitory. So yeah, those would be the death metal part of Sweden, bands from Sweden. And then for the black metal portion, Marduk, Watain, Kraft, Bathory, and Dissection. All those bands are fantastic Swedish bands, black metal and death metal. Okay, I'll do one more. So thank you, Therese Ternstrom, for those questions. Jacob, you're the last one for this video. Jacob Renero, he says, do you prefer Mayhem or Burzum? I'm going to say Team Varg, just because Euronymous seemed to be kind of a person that didn't really do what he said he was doing. He would just like to act like the big honcho from what I'm hearing, and he seemed to kind of be a little bit of an arrogant asshole from what I've read. I'm kind of on Varg's side. If someone tried to like tase me and kidnap me and told a bunch of his friends that he was gonna like tie me up and torture me for a snuff film, I'd probably be ready to kick his ass too, and I'd be on guard. And from what you read, Euronymous friggin' front kicked Varg in the chest when he came to the door and started the whole fight anyways. So, sorry, but fuck Euronymous. He started it. Varg was just the guy that ended it. Don't start shit, there won't be shit, bro. Just, that's how it is. So yeah, Team Varg and Burzum. But with that being said, I also enjoy both sides' music. I'm more of a fan of like earlier Mayhem stuff up till Wolf's Lair Abyss, and then Chimera, but yeah, I'm Team Varg. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been another Q&A answers video from the Black Metal Rebellion. Stay sick, my friends.